Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adventure Between Us podcast, the Manhood section. I don't know why I call it section, but it works. This is your daily dose of quotes. I'll just jump into it. Respect is for those who deserve it, not for those who demand of it. I suffer from that disorder where I speak the truth and it pisses people off. Okay, I'm going to add a little disclaimer there. We should speak the truth, but in a way that doesn't, speak the truth in a loving manner as best you can, but sometimes the truth hurts and people gotta live with it. It's the truth. Don't live a lie. Just going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than standing in your garage makes you a car. I like that one. I was raised to treat the janitor with the same respect as the CEO. There are those who hate Christianity and call their hatred an all-embracing love for all religions. These are the days when the Christian is expected to praise every creed except his own. If no set of moral ideas were truer or better than any other, there would be no sense in preferring civilized morality to savage morality, or Christian morality to Nazi morality. C.S. Lewis. Just the basis of that is for a moral structure. There must be a higher moral structure than what we've been taught in schools of relative truth. Truth is the complete opposite of relativity. Truth cannot be relative by its own definition. This is my own ramblings at this point. That's one thing I don't like about our culture nowadays, is that we've lost basically most thought, common sense, of philosophy, and I've traded it for politics. That's my own thoughts. The early church was married to poverty, prisons, and persecutions. Today, the church is married to prosperity, personality, and popularity. At least the Western culture, anyway. There's plenty of believers in China or India or Afghanistan that are still persecuted. Why, in America, should we believe that we deserve anything less than that? Christianity was never intended to be popular. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. J.R. Tolkien. Leader is mentioned only 6 times in the King James Bible. Servant is mentioned over 900 times. Why do we have so many leadership conferences in the church? That quote made me contemplate really hard for a while there, and then I did some looking, and that's true. And then any other leadership quotes in the Bible were in the concept of a servant. A shepherd, king, is a servant to the sheep. Yes, he is leading them, but he's also, first of all, a servant. And that's the basis of a good leader, is his servanthood. Is your leader doing the same grunt work that you are? Is he someone who deserves respect or demands of it? People hate the truth for the sake of whatever it is that they love more than the truth. They love the truth when it shines warmly on them, and hate it when it rebukes them. And that's with any human, though. I think it's instinct to shun away from being scolded, I suppose, for lack of a better word. But it's something that we need to take in stride and learn from those mistakes. And if it's coming from someone that we respect, we should definitely take it in the sense of understanding from their perspective. I thought about quitting, but then I noticed who was watching. It's a picture of a lion looking back at their cub. Even if you're a single person, or if you're married and have kids, there's always going to be someone behind you watching. That person may be even older than you. Always try to be an example to everybody around you, and that can be a lot of pressure, but when you're living to the fullest extent of who you're supposed to be, it's not necessarily a burden anymore. Don't let idiots ruin your day. It's good. And think about like how often, like driving in traffic, some guy cuts you off and then you're agitated for a good half hour because someone most likely accidentally cut you off. You don't know them, it doesn't matter. It's gone, no one got hurt, nothing happened. But yet you still hold this slight anger for a good 10 to 20 minutes after they did that. Why? Just a thought. Modern man, instead of attempting to rise himself to the truth, seeks to drag the truth down to his level. That's more true in multiple dimensions than just at the surface. Because we know that God is truth and His Word is truth. And look at all these modern churches who, I'll use the prosperity gospel for an example, because that is changing the truth to your level to make you feel better about it because it's uncomfortable. It's the same concept of like something bad happens in life and then, oh, I don't trust God anymore, He didn't give me what I wanted. Well, where in the Bible does it say that you're entitled to get what you want? Where does it say that God's going to give you all the wants of your desires and He's at your disposal, at your free will? It never says that. And if God were like that, He would not be a God worth worshiping if He can fit in your pocket. Faith is the art of holding on to things in spite of your changing moods or circumstances. C.S. Lewis. I think with that one, I think I'll close in the quote section. I think I'm going to move on to some Bible passages. I'm going to go through the Proverbs. I think you can learn a lot from just the book of Proverbs alone if you truly just sit and think about what's being said, and listen, slow to speak, slow to get angry, quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. That's in James. Let's see, where do I want to read here? Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control, than one who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. Proverbs 16:32 and 33. I'm going to read 32 again. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. It's pretty good. Okay. I think I'm going to pray and then let you guys get on with your day. And like I said, this section is just food for thought, I suppose. And just maybe gives you some encouragement or motivation throughout the day. I think that's honestly a good way to look at it. And with this, I'll close. Dear God, we come to you today. Thank you for the good weather, or at least where I'm at. I don't know who else is tuning in. Hopefully they're having decent weather too, and if not, then it's still your weather. There's a reason for it. There's always a reason for everything you do, and from our perspective, whether it be a good or bad situation, you're always in control, and there's some growth or lesson to be learned through it all. Let us be patient in those trials and those seasons of doubting or drought, spiritually, physically, or whatever season it may be. Continue to give all of us patience and endurance for the trials to come. And amen.